does not believe there's a conflict either under the Michigan court rule or the cases decided thereunder to the extent a conflict does exist, given the waivers, the court will consent to hear the matter. Court does call the case of the people of Pittsfield Township versus Shavante Melchor.
Conrad Silver on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Rob Curry on behalf of Ms. Melchor.
Melchor, can you unmute, turn on your camera, and state your name, please? And she looked at the camera and left. She's at work and she's on a lot. Let me pass it. Pardon?
So cannot hear.
Right. So I'll pass it. You can send a message for the screen that we'll call her case. She just needs to let us know when she has a break ready. So,
Wait.
we personnel. Pardon?
Yeah, there's. Yeah,
I'll pass it.
She's at the screen. Not my fault.
I know. Melchor, can you hear us? Yeah, she can't hear us.
Can't hear.
She's got to take her earphones out because we can't hear.
So how you want me to tell her that? Take your earbuds out. She can't hear us. She's doing, I don't know what she's doing. You need to get your client under control.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm calling the
Oh,
next
she's
case.
talking now. Oh.
Oh, so now you're going to go sit down. Rich, don't let him get up anymore.
Okay, yeah.
Court calls the case, people versus Samantha Bright.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
I'm not supposed to let you get up anymore. Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Ms. Bright. Please state your name.
Samantha Bright.
I can hear you. All right.
Some of the people are unable to proceed.
Move to dismiss.
People being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That's undefended motion.
Good luck.
It's fair. Court calls the case, people versus Anton Brooks.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people. Believes Miss Barnwell might be in the hallway. I'll go grab her.
While we wait your attorney, you didn't have the whole pant? Huh? Nothing.
I'll zoom on another matter right now.
I'll pass it. Have a seat. Court calls the case. Court calls the case of the people versus Terrence Smith.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Terrence.
There is.
It's also final settlement.
Are you gonna?
I'm trying to get it dismissed before you
I
violate.
I see. I know you as you're trying to do. Can you state your appearance?
I did it.
Terrence Smith. Okay.
Ron,
Final settlement conference. Just having the people are unable to proceed. I believe that's likely because of the bond violation, but I don't have sufficient evidence to file a motion for forfeiture by wrongdoing.
Your Honor, she was scheduled for yesterday in Ypsilanti on a similar matter, and that was dismissed for her non-appearance as well. So she's consistent in that she's not here today as well. I don't think it's at the hand or any wrongdoing by my client. Be quiet. Just be quiet.
I'll do it this time, but I got a long memory. Don't come back. Thank you. Case is dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm getting out today.
I don't know.
I'm getting out.
Got another case.
Yeah.
No, you have another RNO.
But like I said, with the bond, I don't know.
Read the bond by the.
I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out.
I dismissed your case. Court calls the case, People versus Rebecca Bryson. This has got to get better. Thank you, Mr. Gare.
Good morning, Your Honor. Raymond took the people.
Dan Garen on behalf of Ms. Bryson.
Your name?
Rebecca Bryson.
People are unable to proceed.
Our motion to dismiss.
People being unable to proceed, this case dismissed on defendant's motion without prejudice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case, People versus Joshua Golden.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
Morning, Judge. On behalf of Mr. Golden, Attorney Nicholas North, PA 6482. Mr. Golden, can you please state your full name for the record, sir?
Joshua Golden.
People are unable to proceed.
Your Honor, we ask for a dismissal, please.
People being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed on defendant's motion without prejudice.
Thank you.
Court calls the case, People versus Brandon Hargress.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Marcia Creech on behalf of the defendant. Can you please state your name?
Brandon Hargress, sir.
Your Honor, people are unable to proceed.
We move to dismiss without prejudice, Your Honor.
People being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That is without prejudice. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Court does call the case of the People versus Wardell Smith.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
Morning, I'm Rob Jacob on behalf of Wardell Smith. Wardell, would you state your name for the record when you get up to the podium? Smith Jr. Judge, the final settlement conference, as you know, the felony was dismissed, misdemeanor remanded down to district court, which charged. We're here today. The prosecutor's not ready to proceed on the DV matter. We're asking this matter be dismissed.
Your Honor, as the people reauthorize the felony, I believe Ms. Zenda is looking to get us sworn to as soon as possible. She's reached out to Pittsfield and trying to get us done as quickly as they can. It just hasn't been sworn to yet, but this will be reauthorized as according to Ms. Zenda and her communication with Pittsfield with the victim. That victim is not cooperative and wants the felonies to be reauthorized. I would ask if we just adjourn this to the next final settlement conference, states that we keep bond conditions in place until he can get arraigned. And as soon as he gets arraigned on the reauthorization, I'll just move to not leave this case.
Judge, again,
Well,
today we're here for final on the DV matter. If they're not ready to proceed, it should be dismissed.
that's not necessarily true. It's not that they're not ready to proceed. They're proceeding in a different fashion. My question becomes, is this the only case holding him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Let me take a look. He may have a domestic violence that's open in 14A2, but let me make sure.
I don't,
No, that one got dismissed. Our file just hasn't been updated. So as far as I can see, this is all in a case with the defendant. Ex jail is getting started up, so I can't check her out county holds right now. But as far as I'm aware, this is our case. With them. There was earlier a different felony matter that got dismissed at exam.
So did Ms. Zenda give you any indication as to when they're going to do this? Because go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't have a specific date. She said she has reached out, I believe, 5 times to try and get this as sworn to as soon as possible. She's in contact with Detective Welker to try and make this get done as soon as possible. She was not able to provide me with a date when they expect to be able to get that swear to.
Judge, my client lives locally. He's never absconded or failed to appear in court. Again, Judge, we're here on a DV matter. If they're not prepared, and again, for what it's worth, Judge, they're not ready to proceed today. I'm asking the matter be dismissed.
Well, I mean, I get what you're saying, Mr. Killowall, but the other thing that I could do is I could just hold this file here or put it over to Monday and give them time to swear out the complaint.
Judge, I guess I'm being diplomatic as possible. I'd argue that my client should be released. Again, if they're going to recharge him, they know where he lives. They will pick him up.
All right. I'm going to indicate, and this is the way I'm going to do it. I'm not setting this to the next date and then waiting. I'm going to put the people on a timeline. And that is the defendant is present here. They're proceeding in another fashion on the facts of this particular case. What I'm going to do is I'm going to allow the people an opportunity to do that. If that case is not sworn out by June 9th, this Tuesday, and the defendant arraigned, then this case will be dismissed without prejudice.
Understood. Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, is there, okay. Well, it's not
Is there one?
my clients are asking if you could be released on bond. I understand what the court's saying, but he's saying,
I'm not going to do that in this case. I don't know the entirety of why they're felony. They haven't done it today. So I'm kind of doing the middle, Mr. Smith. I'm saying I'm giving them time to do that. So you're not just sitting there, and that they need to do the case, have you arraigned. I'm giving them till Tuesday to get that done. If it's not done by Tuesday, this case is dismissed, and you won't need me to do anything regarding your release because you'll just be released. Okay? Thank you.
thanks, Judge.
Court does call the case of People versus Byron Blair.
Your Honor, Raymond Cook for the people.
Two cases.
Good morning, please, court, your honor. Attorney Damian KSP number 85852 on one matter and
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Blair and the other matter.
that's your name for the record.
Your name, sir?
Byron Blair.
Your Honor, people are unable to proceed on either method.
Your honor, at this time, I'm asking without being able to confront the accuser that we dismiss this matter, your honor.
I join in counsel's motion as to my matters.
For being unable to proceed, these cases are dismissed.
Thank you, your honor.
That's what I'm. Thank you. You can do anything. Oh, no, never mind. Court calls case People versus Deanna Knox.
Your Honor, Raymond Cook for the people.
See you over there. Hello, mister.
Good morning, Your Honor. Charlotte Steffen on behalf of Ms. Knox.
Your name?
Deanna Knox, Your Honor.
Your Honor, people are unable to proceed.
Move to dismiss.
People being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That's without.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Great weekend. Court calls case of the People versus Michael Clark.
Your Honor, Raymond Cook for the people.
Thank you.
Morning, Your Honor. Joe Simon on behalf of Mr. Clark. Michael, state your name when you get here.
My name is Michael Clark, your honor.
Your Honor, we are ready to proceed on this. Just for the record, there was an offer that was against. We was to attend stopping and the defer that has been.
Oh,
No, sorry.
so
The attempt stopping this count two. There was an agreement to term of probation. No, from jail. My understanding is that that offer is being declined at this time.
That's correct. And Your Honor, both parties have waived the right to have a trial by jury, asking the court to try the matter. You have a form, you should have the form.
I do.
And
Oh,
I was gonna say the people have made a preference of their date and I don't object.
okay, hold on one moment. Sir, you've signed this waiver of trial by jury form.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You understand that you have an absolute and constitutional right to have the matter tried before a jury.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
And you understand that by signing that form, you're waiving that right to be tried before the court without a jury present.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. For the record, people also waive their right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Based upon the statement of counsel and defendant, court will consent to have the matter tried before without a jury. What date are you guys picking for me now? Because Simon just said
Wasn't me.
didn't have anything to do with it, but
True.
By 27th available as a bench trial date. If the court would be inclined to give us that date, I believe the victim is available.
okay. You don't have any problem.
I don't have an objection. For the record, wasn't my fault.
Now jury trial. You said July 27th, correct?
Yes.
July 27th, 2026, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Bond will continue with its conditions. Thank you.
Thank you. Just with you. Get me out there.
Court does call the case People versus Amasio McIntyre.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
Morning, Your Honor. Sam Bernstein with and on behalf of McIntyre. State your name for the court.
Mazio McIntyre.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed.
Your Honor, we move to dismiss.
People being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That's without prejudice. Take care, Mr. Simon. Court calls the case People versus Gary Gerlach.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
Ready, Your Honor. Judge, good morning. Mark Ellis representing Gary Gerlach. Please tell the judge your name.
Gary Gerlach.
Your Honor, only one of the people's necessary witnesses showed up. As such, the people are unable to proceed.
Therefore, move to dismiss, Your Honor.
For being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That's without prejudice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Court does call the case People versus Franklin McDonald.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
Morning, Your Honor. Rob J. Phil on behalf of McDonald. Just state your name.
Franklin McDonald.
Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed.
And that's matter be dismissed, Your Honor.
For being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That's without prejudice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls case People versus Norman Johnson.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
Morning, Your Honor. Sam Bernstein with and on behalf of Mr. Johnson.
Norman Johnson.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed.
Move to dismiss, Your Honor.
For being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That's without prejudice.
Take care of yourself.
Thanks. Court calls case of the People versus Ryan Spill.
Morning. People.
Rob Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Studer. Oh, Your Honor, my name is Ryan Wesley Studer. How are you this morning?
I'm okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed.
Move to dismiss.
People being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That's without prejudice.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Court calls case People versus Tanya Pawa.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
Sam Bernstein with here for Ms. Poway, Your Honor.
Your name?
My name is Tanya Pahwa.
And Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed.
Move to dismiss, Your Honor.
People being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That is with them. Thank you.
Great weekend, Your Honor.
All right. Take care. Second one. Court calls the case of the People versus Elijah Weeks.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
Oh, I didn't see you over there.
I know that's.
You were hiding. Why didn't you tell me you was? I felt an uneasiness in the room. And I didn't know where it was coming. So why didn't you tell me Mac was in? What? See me?
I had.
Well, Judge, it's always good to be noticed.
Your Honor, Hugo J. Mack appearing with and with behalf of Mr. Elijah Weeks. Please state your name for the record.
Elijah Weeks.
Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed.
Your Honor, we ask that the matter be dismissed and we realize it is without prejudice.
Okay. People being unable to proceed to get.
And Judge, one of the comments I wanted to make for the record, last time I was in here Monday, I believe, I told you that you were on my Christmas list. Remember that? And you still are, by the way. But Judge.
Oh, joy.
Yeah, but Judge, I also know that I'm on one of yours too.
Oh, really not on my list, but okay.
Christmas.
Yeah, but humbug. All right.
Okay. Good seeing you, Judge.
Mr. Weeks. Court does call the case People versus Javon Webster.
Your Honor, Raymond Cook, people.
And Assistant Public Defendant Nicholas Bukovich on behalf of Mr. Webster.
Your name, sir?
Javon Webster, sir.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed.
The defense motions to dismiss, Your Honor.
People being unable to proceed. This case is dismissed without prejudice. Thank you. That's it for the jail. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Court does call the case People versus Mahmoud Zali.
Your Honor, Raymond Cook for the people.
Your Honor, Courtroom Mack representing Mr. Zali. Mr. Zali, please state your name.
Mahmoud Zali.
Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed.
Thank you. Respectfully move to dismiss, Your Honor. Good to see you, Your Honor.
People being unable to proceed. This case is dismissed
Thank you, Your Honor.
without prejudice.
Thank you very much. Good.
All right.
Your staff, Judge. Have a great day.
Take care. Which one? Court recalls the case People versus Anton Brooks.
Morning again, Your Honor, Raymond Cook. for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Wendy Barnwell, P42505, on behalf of Mr. Anton Brooks, who is standing here now.
Anton Brooks. With his shorts on. Okay.
Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed.
Your Honor, we respectfully move to
People being unable to proceed. This case is dismissed. That is without prejudice. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Good seeing you. Oh, Commissioner. Court recalls case People versus Shavante Melchor.
Conrad Silver on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Ron Grunpring on behalf of Ms. Melchor. I did call her, Your Honor.
Okay.
Shavante
Melcher. Okay. I have before me a plea form that indicates that the defendant is going to plead guilty, I'm presuming, its box is not checked, to an added count two of allowing an eligible driver to operate a motor vehicle. 90-day offense. On or successful plea, count one would be dismissed. Court's full understanding of the agreement. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Smelter, could you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
State your name again for the record.
Shavante Melcher.
Ma'am, it is this court's understanding you're going to be pleading guilty to the charge of allowing an eligible driver to operate a motor vehicle. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days, $100 fine plus court cost. You understand that?
Yes.
You still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilt.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You had signed on your behalf an advice of rights form. Is that correct?
Yes.
Any question about any of those rights?
No, thank you.
All right. You understand that you're waiving or giving up all of those rights?
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of rights?
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes.
And also because you believe that you're guilty of this offense?
Yes.
On September 17th, 2024, Gulfside Road in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, did you have custody or control of a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Did you allow someone who was otherwise ineligible, maybe yourself, to operate that motor vehicle?
Yes.
Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea to count two. Count one is dismissed. Ma'am, is there anything you want to tell me before I impose fines and or impose sentence?
Not just that I need a little time to get it paid off because I have a lot of tickets I'm trying to get paid off. Trying to get my license back now.
Gotcha. Fines and costs of $250. I'll suspend 90 days in jail. How much time did you need? I see that you're working, so.
Yeah. Maybe a couple of months.
And you think you can get it paid before by July 31st?
Yes, I could try.
Okay. I'll indicate that's to be paid by July 31st, 2026. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Court calls the case of the People versus Ariana Banks.
Morning, Your Honor. Agreement to cook for the people.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Banks. Please state your name.
Ariana Banks.
Thank you. Take care, Mr. Siller.
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, people are unable to proceed.
Dismiss, Your Honor.
People being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That's without prejudice.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
I didn't say something more. Court calls the case People versus Brandon Boggs.
Morning, Your Honor. Agreement to cook for the people.
And Assistant Public Defender Nick Bukovich on behalf of Mr. Boggs in both matters.
Your name?
Brandon Boggs.
Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed on either matter.
Your Honor, the defense will be requesting to dismiss both matters.
People being unable to proceed, these cases are dismissed. That's without. Thank you, Mr. Boggs. Court calls case People versus DeJuan Campbell.
Morning, Your Honor. Agreement to cook for the people.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Campbell.
DeJuan Campbell.
Your Honor, the people are unable.
Move to dismiss, Your Honor.
People being unable to proceed. Case is dismissed. That's without prejudice.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try not to make it back.
What you say?
I'll try not to make it back.
Okay. All right, sir. Take care. Court calls the case People versus Brandon Davis.
Morning, Your Honor. Agreement to cook for the people.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Please introduce yourself.
Brandon Davis.
Thank you.
Your Honor, he signed a waiver of trial by jury form. We're just trying to buy more time to get his license straight.
So you signed this waiver of trial by jury form?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have an absolute and constitutional right to have this matter tried before a jury?
Yes.
You understand by signing this form, you're waiving or giving up that right to be tried before this court without a jury present.
Yes, Your Honor.
People also waive their right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Based upon the statement of counsel, and defendant court will consent to have the matter tried before it without a jury. Non-jury trial in this matter will be set June 24th.
That's not enough time.
You know what? I'm coming off this bench.
Can we get late July, Your Honor? He's got a lot of tickets.
I know, but I don't. You know what? We'll just do it. Mr. Cook's going to be here anyway. July 27th.
27.
July 29th, 2026, 9 a.m. for non-jury trial.
And I'm telling the prosecutor he doesn't need to bring his witnesses. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court does call the case People versus Carmen Folks.
Morning, Your Honor. Agreement to cook for the people.
Yes. The Assistant Public Defender Nick Bukovich on behalf of Ms. Folks.
Your name?
Carmen Folks.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed.
And the defense will make a motion to dismiss, Your Honor.
People being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That is without prejudice.
Your case is all done. You all good?
Great. That's all anything.
You're all dismissed. All good.
Yeah.
Have a good rest of the day.
Court calls case People versus Sincere Godwin.
Morning, Your Honor. Agreement to cook for the people.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Ms. Godwin. Sincere Godwin.
Not here.
No one answers the call, Your Honor.
Your Honor, for consideration, people also are not able to proceed.
Move to dismiss.
Yeah, she did this the last time. She didn't appear, but I'll dismiss this case. That's without prejudice.
Thank you.
Court calls case People versus Sincere Gonzalez.
What's the people?
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Ms. Gonzalez. You know, and I talked to her Monday or Tuesday. She was really sick. But I told her about court today.
And the people are not able to proceed on this matter.
I'd move to dismiss.
People being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed as without prejudice. Court does call the case People versus Cecil Liddy.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
And Assistant Public Defendant Nicholas Bukovich on behalf of Mr. Levine, who is now approaching.
Your name, sir? Mr. Levine. Thank you.
See.
The defense moves to dismiss, Your Honor.
People being unable to proceed, this case is, hold on a second, why did? Was there another charge on his case?
I believe this was a remand following up.
Yes, Your Honor. The complaining witness is,
I see what,
in the, I believe, accounts, the DV was added and remanded to your court.
got it. I see what they did. They just marked my file different. So people being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That's without prejudice. Perfect. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Court calls case People versus Elijah Matthews.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Matthews. State your name.
Elijah Matthews. Hands on your pockets, Mr. Fun.
Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed.
Move to dismiss, Your Honor.
Case is dismissed. That's without prejudice.
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Have a great day. Thank you.
Court calls case of the People versus Omar Mohammed.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Mohammed.
Omar Mohammed, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed.
Move to dismiss, Your Honor.
For being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That's without prejudice. All right. Thank you, Mr. Mohammed.
Your Honor.
Court calls case People versus Santori Taylor.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
And Assistant Public Defendant Nick Bukovich on behalf of Mr. Taylor, who is now approaching.
Your name, sir? Santori Taylor. Thank you.
You are unable to proceed.
The defense moves to dismiss, Your Honor.
For being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That's without prejudice. Have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Court calls case People versus Derek Ulrich.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Ulrich.
Oh, there he is all the way over there.
Introduce yourself, sir.
Derek Ulrich. Thank you.
Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed.
Move to dismiss.
People being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That is without prejudice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that from Ms. Mitchell? If I could take a quick look at the plea form, defense counsel, and I want to make sure that it's still something. So that was, okay, perfect. So we're dismissing count.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so we're all good. Thank you.
Good. Court does call the case of the People of the State of Michigan versus Whitney Mitchell.
Your Honor, Raymond.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Mitchell, Your Honor.
Whitney Mitchell.
All right. I have a plea form in front of me. Defendant will be pleading guilty as charged to count one. Upon her successful plea to that charge, count two would be dismissed. The defendant is agreed to participate in 34th District Sobriety Court. That's the court's full understanding. Agree?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
May I have her sworn?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give to the court is the truth, but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
State your first and last name for the record.
Whitney Mitchell.
All right, ma'am, it is this court's understanding that you are going to be pleading guilty to the charge of operating while intoxicated, second offense. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration, a $1,000 fine plus court costs. The court could also order community service and any rehabilitative programs the court deems necessary. Court could order your vehicle immobilized, could order your vehicle forfeited, or could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
Understanding all of that, do you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any
Yes.
signed in advice of rights form. Is that correct?
Yes.
Any question regarding any of those rights?
No.
Please look at paragraph 5. You'll see a copy on the podium. Those are your rights, which are part of a trial. You understand by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced you in any way?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes.
And also because you believe that you're guilty of this offense?
Yes.
On the date of June 30th, 2025, at the location of Michigan Avenue near Circle K in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, state of Michigan, were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Prior to operating that motor vehicle, did you consume intoxicating liquor?
Yes.
Recall what you had and how much?
Yes.
Okay, what did you have and how much then?
Patron and like half a pint, a whole pint. I don't remember. My blood level was 0.9 something.
0.97.
Yeah.
All right. So you were arrested by the police. Did you get stopped or was there an accident?
Stop.
Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
Why'd they stop you?
She was stopped because she was at a pump and she was making a police report and the officers detected alcohol in her breath and then
you drove to the pump.
Yes.
You came into contact with the police.
Yes. Intoxicated.
And then the police ultimately arrested you.
Yes.
All right. You're not disputing the right of the police to arrest you under those circumstances.
No.
Were you taken to the hospital?
Yes, and my blood was drawn.
All right. And it was a 0.097?
Yes.
But there was also present in your system cocaine and meth?
Yes.
You're not disputing that, are you?
No.
And you had ingested those two items?
Yes.
And she had prior.
And then you, ma'am, had you previously been convicted of operating while impaired on or about November 30th, 2023?
Yes.
In the, it's written over, but
Ann Arbor.
15th District Court?
Yes.
You had been? All right. Ma'am, I do have to apprise you that if between the time of my acceptance of your plea and the time of sentencing, if you commit misconduct as defined under the Michigan court rule, you would not be entitled to withdraw your plea and the court would not be bound by any sentence evaluation or recommendation. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. Counsel, are you aware of any other promises, threats, or other inducements which have led to this plea?
No, Your Honor.
And have I complied with this court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea to count 1. Count 2 is dismissed.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Has been accepted in the 34th District Court, recovery court.
Have they done a screening already on her?
Done everything.
Okay, so we've not been provided a sentencing date, so the transfer will have to happen. I will set this for sentencing
July 8th.
for July 8th, 2026 at 9 a.m. Hopefully, then everything will happen. It'll be taken off of my docket and you'll go there. Okay?
Okay.
Is there anything that you need from me, Your Honor?
Well, I have everything been signed off on? The MOU?
I'll confirm that, Your Honor.
So that's usually what would happen. MOU would sign off on, and then you'll get it. And when she has a date there and accepted the transfer, our date comes off.
Understood.
All right.
So I'll double check on.
All right.
Thank you.
I don't know if any of them are ready.
So I believe we're ready on Loman and Sturtevant. I don't know if Mr. Brown is ready on Foster yet, but I'm ready and he is.
So we're ready on these two. Call.
Miss Loman's mine, Mr. Brown stepping out.
Pardon?
So Loman, we should be good to go. Sturtevant was Mr. Brown's client. So we might need to wait for him to get back.
Okay. Court does call the case People versus Elizabeth Loman.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
And Assistant Public Defendant Nicholas Bukovich on behalf of Ms. Loman, who is now a poacher.
Your name?
Elizabeth Loman.
Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed.
At this time, Your Honor, the defense moves to dismiss.
People being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That's without prejudice. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
What date Monday? Because your case. Have a say.
Court does call the case People versus Jackson. Sturtevant.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
Ron Green on behalf of Mr. Sturtevant, Your Honor. Please introduce yourself.
Jackson Sturtevant.
Your Honor, this is a case that was set on Monday. We asked to send for today, anticipating people would not be able to proceed. People are able to proceed. That's thrown on a wrinkle because as counsel were reviewing the report and going over things, we believe there may be an out-of-county report that's related that would be necessary should we go to trial. So discovery is not complete at this point. I believe both parties would be requesting an adjournment to a new pretrial date in order to get that report from out of county. I sincerely apologize that it's going back to a pretrial. I believe it was the people's representation at the time that we not think we'd be able to proceed. Those circumstances have changed.
I would join in the motion to adjourn, Your Honor.
Well, I think there was something else that was said. You wanted it adjourned or have me, which I typically don't do, but I understand the circumstances. You want me to set it for a pretrial?
Yes, because
Okay.
we are in the midst of negotiations. We think that there's likely going to be a resolution here short of trial, which is why I was asking for a pre-trial, because I don't want us to go about 2 months if we can resolve it.
Right. That's okay. How much time are you going to need to get all that?
I'm hoping that the police department will be cooperative with me and get it to me in 2 weeks. So if we could have 2 weeks and set it for a trial then.
You got June 17th. Well, this isn't a Wednesday. This is a so.
Wednesday, June 29th.
June 29th. All right. I'll set this for pretrial to June 29th, 2026 at 1 p.m. All right. Bond with its conditions will continue.
Thank you, Alan.
Thank you.
So the record is clear. I'm canceling the jury selection of 6A. Court does call the case People versus Javon Foster.
Morning, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
Ron Brown on behalf of Javon Foster.
Javon Foster.
No one answers the call.
Your Honor, the people are able to proceed on the agenda. We would be requesting a bench.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond is set in the amount of $25,000 cash. That warrant will issue immediately.
Thank you.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Okay. That's it, guys. You guys have a great weekend. Yes, I know. I have a 1 o'clock. These guys won't be here.
Yes, we will. We have a training.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Good. You guys need it. All right.
Oh, we're not on YouTube.
Well, thought I'd
Well, he was originally scheduled for last Friday, so when we were reset, I called him and let him know it had been moved to this Friday. Yeah. So yes, I did verbally tell him that last week.
Where's your attorney?
Oh, job.
I know, where is he? Me neither. I don't know. He's supposed to be here, but he's coming into Houston, I think.
Well, say it, so we
Well, last time you were here, he to receive he was taken and he was able to contact. Which I have all his reports on that too, because he's in them right now.
All right, help me out here. There's a motion to modify conditions of probation, which.
So the last time we were here, the discussion was being placed on a GPS tracker, which he has been on and he has been in compliance with that.
Okay.
The big discussion was whether the defendant was going to be allowed to have contact with his victim. His victim is his wife. Last time we were here, you asked me to contact the CPS worker in charge of the case at the time to get their recommendation. I did, and
it's the victim of the burglary habitation.
Correct.
Yeah. Ashley.
Yes.
Yes. And so
wait, she didn't have the same last name as you.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
But y'all are married?
Yes.
How does that work?
She kept her that.
You don't have different last names, surnames.
Yes.
But y'all are married.
Yes.
Okay. Is that unusual, or am I the only one on the planet that lives a conventional lifestyle? Like, my wife keeps her maiden name, but it's the male's surname. But these are two different names. That's what throws me off.
But I spoke
Are
with.
y'all ceremonially married?
Yes, sir. You got married in Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas?
Yes.
Well, that's legal. It's more interesting. Get married there. But okay, that's one way to do it. But there's going to be confusion, at least, when the two names are used, and then one says, I'm married to him, but we have different last names. That hadn't been a problem at all in your existence? No. Okay, good luck. Well, you can do that. It throws somebody like me off. Okay,
I spoke with CPS. I spoke with the CPS officer in charge of the case at the time, and she was in agreement with my recommendation, which was that the defendant should not be allowed to have contact with his wife until after he completes the BIP program. He is currently enrolled in the program.
where are you in that program as far as how far along?
He is almost 2 months in, and I have his progress.
What does that mean? What is the?
About a third of the way through, Judge.
Correct.
Okay, so half a year.
He has attended 9 of 9 sessions so far.
Okay.
I do have his progress reports here. There has been no issues. He's participating. He's doing well. He's paying, he's attending, he's had no absences. So I am in agreement with her recommendation. She is in agreement with my recommendation that he should complete BIP first, and then he would be allowed to have contact with the victim.
Okay, we'll take it up after the BIP Matters Intervention Protection Program is completed. You are here on a burglary of a habitation, right?
Yes.
And in 2013, you were convicted of a burglary of a habitation out of Harris County, correct?
Yes.
Was it the same victim?
No.
Different person, similar facts,
Of
ironically.
interest?
Yes, sir. And it was only because the victim's impact input that I agreed to a probation on this case. But I also made it a condition at the time of that plea that I wasn't going to agree to contact. And all they've done since the probation started is come back and ask for contact.
All right. We go back to 2013 on the burglary of a habitation. The victim in that case, was that a romantic interest of yours?
Oh, yes, that's my son's name.
Do you see some kind of a connection here?
Yes.
You burglarized the people you claim you love.
Yes, sir. I was living there at the time, and when we split up, we were living together. We were high school sweethearts. She moved. The situation that happened, and I let myself into the home. This situation here.
No, you burglarized. It's burglary. You were convicted of burglary.
Yes, sir.
Which is entering without permission, breaking. You forced your way somehow.
Yes, sir.
Which is what we're doing here again.
Yes.
It's as though we didn't learn our lesson the first time. But I went with this on this disposition.
I'm still living in the home, in my home, in the home now. I'm still living in the home.
Where's the lady?
She separated me. Separated as from court date.
Well, we're going to continue the order that was placed at the beginning. And let me just read some real quick. Okay. Yeah, discussion. Sign. See what. What we have here is a consistency problem that bothers me. But in each of these cases, you were convicted. And in this one, you're convicted. You were placed on regular probation, but you got a conviction, a second conviction, which means the next felony, you're looking at 25 to life, a habitual felon. Each of these similarly states that you committed burglary with intent to commit assault on the victims. And I'm looking at the probable cause affidavit, which is in this one. I don't have it in the first one, but this one's bad enough to read. And I remember this was very disturbing. Yeah. Kicked in the front door, grabbed her, threw her to the ground, assaulted her with a closed fist. You punched her with a closed fist. Let's see. Injuries were seen to her face, right knee. Then you fled the scene, which was about the most unmanly thing to do in your little black Nissan Altima. And they had to chase you, and they caught you soon enough. And then you tried to evade them. Then you were finally arrested and transported to the police, to the jail. Let me ask you this. You said you're ceremonially married to this lady? When did y'all get married?
2 days after our birthday.
What does that mean?
2 days.
April 20. Like I don't know your birth date.
Right. April 24th.
Of what year?
2022.
Sir?
2019. Sorry.
Well, let me read the probable cause affidavit here. It says, police were dispatched to a place in Beaumont in reference to a burglary. The police observed damage to the front door, then made contact with the lady, Ashley, let's call her, who was in the rear bedroom. And speaking to her, police observed damage to the wall, television, bedroom door. And she advised that her ex-boyfriend, Jacoby Broussard, ex-boyfriend, y'all were married.
Yes, sir, we were.
Why is she referring to you as her ex-boyfriend?
I have no idea, sir. We're legally married, sir.
Is that a fact? Does probation?
I don't
mean, it's
have
probable
any-
cause
I don't have any
that they
document.
write just what is told. Why would anybody? Why would a married person, ceremonially married, say it's my ex-boyfriend? I mean, that's just bizarre. And listen, and she said, you grabbed her, threw her to the ground, and punched her with a closed fist. About the most unmanly thing you can do to punch out girls. It's not those kind of people were dealt with pretty severely where I grew up. That you don't used to punch girls. You don't punch guys. You shouldn't be doing that. But picking on a girl is kind of weak in the character. I don't like this. Second time you've been convicted of burglarizing with assaulting behavior. So we're going to put you through some training that you should have learned when you were a child. And that is respecting others, especially people you claim you love. Or what do we need to do? Do you only have any contact with this person until I tell you? Do you have a GPS device? Yes. So we know where you are?
Yes,
What kind of?
we monitor that.
Right. What else can we do?
I mean, he's in BIP right now. He is doing what we're requiring of him. So
Anything else we need?
at this point, just, continue to have no contact with her. And then maybe we review it again at a later time once he's completed that program.
Okay. How long is it going to take?
He still has 10 sessions, which is 10 weeks. So I would say at least 3 or 4 months.
Okay. We're going to review it in 3 months. All right. Get a resetting. And these are 2 cases here, not only the burglary, but the evading arrest that he was pleaded to. Chadston Brightson, John?
It was set for a hearing. For evidence hearing, for you to make a decision about it.
On a motion to revoke probation, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, so when can we do that?
I'm actually missing my detective that I need for this judge.
Let's set it for some date.
That's fine with me, whatever date y'all want to set it for. I'll give you that.
1 week?
Yes.
The 12th. Judge.
Friday, it's the state farm, and then it's the holiday, the 19th. So
2 weeks.
Whatever works for you.
Let's have for 2 weeks on Friday. Can we do that?
Yeah.
What did she say?
It would be 3 weeks because 2 weeks is the holiday. So then you would want the next week.
Whatever works. I'm good for that.
Okay, 3 weeks and then we'll get something hopefully done. Whitney Beck, where's Whitney Beck? Is she in custody?
She's running late. She can call if you hear that say,
Eden Jones, please. Hello. Do you have an attorney? And this is a motion to revoke probation pending, right?
Yes.
Well, I mean, you don't have an attorney? I mean, let's see, this is costs and arrearages and restitution. Well, I mean, here's the deal is that it's a second degree felony of aggravated assault. You were sentenced to 2 years or for 5 years. How did that happen?
That's okay.
Hold on for just a second. I'm asking a rhetorical question on this one.
Yes, sir.
How did that happen? How did she get a regular probation on an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? I didn't think we could do that.
Well, we have additional problems in that regard. Judge, you want to read my notes there and I'll share all that on YouTube. If you can read my handwriting.
All right. Well, get me. I'm
going to take care of that. I'm sorry, I didn't see that till just now.
All right. Okay. We're gonna. This estate's looking into something, ma'am, and we're going to hold this in abeyance here. I want you back next week, Wednesday. On a Wednesday for a review of where we stand on this.
It's either Tuesday or Thursday, but for me, it's for integrate pictures. I don't have to put that.
Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. Okay. Thank you today.
Man.
He's what?
He has we suspended his 180-day weekend jail, so he's going to work in the instead.
Yeah, okay. What is this? What is the status?
He's doing very well. He is working, he's paying all fees, he's doing his he's working on his GED class and he can.
Where are you in that?
I downloaded an app on my phone because I cannot even.
Where are you in it? Have you begun it yet?
Yeah, I have a little bit. I have a little bit on it. It shows me a video on it and then it makes me take a pop quiz on.
And then you get your GED. There's got to be more. There's got to be more than that. I mean, it's a high school equivalency, which means 12 grades are thrown into that process, and generally it occurs over a period of time that's longer than 10 or 15 minutes.
I called the Texas workforce place, and as I was going right there to take my class, and they gave me a phone number to call. I've been calling, but the person that I'm supposed to be calling hasn't answered.
Okay, so the burden is on you to work to get it done. So, okay. There's nothing wrong with an education. It's maybe the most important and meaningful thing you can really do in life, because it helps you make better decisions and keeps you out of this courtroom on cases like aggravated robbery. Okay. What do we want to do to that?
You continue him, just let him continue to work and be productive. And if he violates in any way? Is he not compliance?
Okay. Do we need to set this for a review or anything like that? Because I'm curious about where he's going in his education. You know, that's what I want to know about.
If he falls off in compliance, Your Honor.
Okay, and that's important. That opens doors of opportunity. You gave me this document. Do you want to put this in the file?
Yeah, I'll scan it in.
Man,
Yes, one in the file, please, just so we know.
Okay. Good luck. Keep doing good things. Yes, thank you. Jessica Moya. Jessica Moya, please. Is she here? Jessica Moya? No answer. I asked the bailiff to call into the hall for Jessica Moya. Actually, it's Mota Para. Did you see her out there by any chance?
I'm not sure.
Well, just stop her on the first one.
That's the way to do it, but you have the left hand and the right hand direction. These look like, community service, money, tons of restitution. Come forward. You're Jessica Mota?
Yes.
You've been on probation here since February 4th of 13 years ago.
Yes.
And this is all about really money, right?
Yes, sir.
There's something about performing community service hours, but I'm more concerned about the restitution of $30,000+ to the victims that are still to be paid.
I see some notes from the prior hearing, Judge, that you waived the remaining community service hours to have her focus on restitution.
Is that what everybody shows?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but then why do we? Okay, this was a motion to revoke probation that was filed 3 years ago. So I don't see anything on it that we wrote on, but I don't have a problem with the community service hours. I just want you to work to pay the people back the loss. The restitution was ordered in the amount of $53,485 originally, and that was 13 years ago. And so what's the balance today?
The balance today is $16,677, with her last payment being on May 29th in the amount of $501.
Okay, 16,000.
$677, yes, sir.
How much out of this whole amount how much have you paid toward this restitution over time now?
I paid
about $40,000. All right, I'm pleased. Keep up the good work.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll all celebrate when all this is done, but this is important. Not only the victim, but this is for the court and for you as well. You were placed on deferred or unadjudicated probation, which means at the end you do well. The case is dismissed without a conviction.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where are you working?
I work for Dr. Mark.
Okay. And how much money are you able to pay a month on this restitution?
Paying $520 a month.
You are?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in 12 months, what is that? 62,000, which would more than pay this. 6,000, I mean, which would go well toward almost paying that off. So.
That's the goal.
All right, we review when? 6 months?
6 months.
Okay, maybe we can celebrate.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Please get a recess. Yes, ma'am. Jay Nelson?
Just.
Jay Nelson? No answer in the courtroom. I asked the bailiff to call into the hall for Jay
Yeah,
Nelson, please.
Yeah.
This was.
It's a safety review.
This is from probation.
There's no response to the name called here in the courtroom. No response to that name called in the hall. Defendant has failed to appear. There was a resetting ordered for today and for review of status, and the defendant has failed to appear. What can probation tell me about things? I'm looking at an administrative hearing memo that was dated May 28th, a week ago or so, and it's not looking good. And failed to report to probation.
Yes, sir.
Failed to submit the alcohol drug screenings. Oh,
He completed the entire safety continuum and stopped reporting. I've talked to him once. I tried to call him today. He doesn't answer text messages, letters, or.
well, that's his obligation, not for you to go find him, but for him to report his directly. I am signing this order, ordering a motion to revoke probation to be filed, and then we'll deal with him. When we'll order a motion. Thank you for trying to help this guy, but sometimes people work against themselves. And he's hold on for just a second. He's looking at a second-degree felony of burglary of a habitation, so he's looking at up to 20 years, 10 years deferred. Yeah, that's going to sting. Leatrice Washington, please. That's you, ma'am? Okay. So this one is another money thing. You were placed on probation and there was a ton of restitution ordered. And we are headed toward a decade. Okay. What's the upload?
So she has made a total credit of $37,641 since she's been on probation. She has been earned and doing what she can each month. She has amount due is still $137,619 as of today. And we are coming up on her expiration in October of this year. And the last payment was made on June 3rd in the amount of $802.
Do you have a set amount that you're able to pay per month? Is it different amounts she pays each month? It's what she can.
Yes,
huh?
yes, sir.
Okay, so very good. So it's averaging out over a decade at $300 a month. Right at $300 a month. So there's still a significant amount of money still left. Right.
Yes, sir.
Would you say the balance was?
As of today, it's $137,619. You're right.
Hold on.
Judge.
Hold on. Okay, at this rate, that's 45 years.
Ma'am.
We should live so long.
Yeah.
But I mean, the rule of law is pay what you can. So what are we doing to do what you can? That's all I need to know.
So I did do an amendment for all of our payments to go to the restitution because it's sizable.
Thanks. Yeah, let's just focus on restitution.
As far as future, I would recommend possibly filing an MTRP to keep her case open so we can try to get as many payments as we can.
What's the anniversary date?
October 16th.
For this year?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to have to do that, which means you get processed in, but there's it's a personal recognizance bond.
Yes, sir.
That I would say, which means you don't have to have, it's not an amount that you have to come up with. It's just your actual presence that bonds you in and bonds you out. So the income is based upon what source?
So I feel we were a little overtime to make those payments. And what I was going to say is that yes, I paid a little bit more than that, but originally until recently, all the payments weren't going to restitution. I paid a little over 50,000, but all of them wasn't going towards restitution. It just currently, recently, just started.
Okay, well, it's going to all go toward restitution from here on. And let me see her phone again, please. Just let's see, that was almost $200,000 embezzled from the company. What did you do with that money?
Actually, it was spent towards different things. It was spent towards different medical procedures. It was needed that I didn't even transfer the time. It was just a lot of really things that shit but I think most definitely sound. Yeah. But the last thing was happening and I was trying to take it.
Yeah, I just wish we could have gotten to you early and said, nope, you're spending unwisely. All right. Because this is going to last a while at this rate. I want you to live a long time. But we're talking at this rate, it's another 45 years. Okay, well, let's review in
6 months.
6 months. Okay, thank you. Good resetting. Anything from the state? I know you had nothing. You were going to say, did we cover what you were going to? Yes. Okay. I know how you do math. I know. I was trying to beat you to that. All right.
I was cheating though, Judge. I was using a calculator.
4th place in number sense in state. That's what I ended up in high school. Math was just that was one thing I could do. Okay, anything else on this? All right, let's get ready for the trial. Yeah. Where are we on doing things? Okay, we scheduled a judicial review from an administrative hearing memo sent to me in March of this year, which alleged several things.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
And this alleges an uncertain thing about injurious or vicious habits in violation 2 of your probation order. Failing to obtain permission to leave Texas. The state testing positive for THC. Really?
Yes.
Failing to remain off the premises of any bar, tavern, or similar place. Failing to perform community service. Failing to abstain from the use of intoxicating substances. Failing to submit to alcohol drug screening at the direction of the probation office, and then behind in court fees. All right. What does anybody want to say before I say something about where this should head?
So we requested the judicial review simply because originally when we called Ms. Beck in to speak, it was about simple allegations that we were hoping to intervene with. It wasn't until the original hearing took place and we requested leeway and behaviors started taking place in which were not acceptable. However, on that day, she submitted a urine sample that was cold. And so attempting to get that done or redone, a new sample, she began to have anxiety and things, and it just escalated. So we asked her to leave the building and we would come back on
today.
Well, this was at administrative level. And we tried to come back again and do the same thing, and we just aren't having success having any conversation with that. So that's what we requested the judicial review for.
Okay. What's they say?
I'd like to hear what you say, Judge.
I want a motion to revoke probation.
Okay, we can get that filed.
We can do that today.
Your Honor, please, I just not half of what is actually true, sir.
That's why we're going to have a hearing and we will see, but I trust my probation office. My probation office has almost a 95% success rate. The national average is 75. They try hard for success on the people, and that's what I want. And I've done this for almost 20 years, and it's always the defendant at fault, not the probation office. Failing to, let's see, I don't even know what that one is. That's a nebulous one. Failing to obtain permission to leave Texas in March. Testing positive for THC, tetrahydrocannabinol, marijuana. Failing to remain off the premises of any bar, tavern, lounge, or similar place. Let's see. Has not completed any of the court order. Has she completed any court-ordered community service?
I have to pay for it.
I'm asking her, and then I'll ask you, Ms. Budinsky. I can see where we are on this. The tail is wagging the dog. You're on probation, but I know what you're doing. I know what this. You want to be on your own probation terms. See, I know how you are. I recognize this.
Your Honor, none of the hours have been completed.
None have been completed. Okay.
In order for her to pay or to be eligible for a particular program, in order to spend money on community service, she would have to be current on her fees.
You've been on probation for how long?
I'm almost done, almost 2 years, sir.
My question was, you've been on probation for how long?
2 years, sir.
2 years.
Yes, sir.
Zero community supervision, community service is zero. What was this about the failed to submit the alcohol drug screening on February 24th, tampered and tainted the UA sample? That was the cold urine that came out of her 98.6 degrees body?
Yes.
Not possible.
You just, once again, you're going to have a chance to speak, Ms. Budinsky. That's rude. We learned that in kindergarten. And then owing a balance. Okay. Anything you want to say now? This is your chance. You've been trying to interrupt.
I'm sorry.
Long enough. But I can guarantee you, cold urine is not a natural phenomenon.
No, sir, it's not.
Okay, so it's their fault? Did they do something
No,
wrong?
sir. I'm not saying they did. No, sir. I just know that it's not possible as well.
Okay.
The test strips, don't know what could have been wrong, but they have you pee in a plastic cup, not a one with temperature. And only reason I've never left any state. I have no idea what accusations. I've been going through a custody battle with my son. I had to spend $10,000 recently. That's why I'm behind. I plan on getting caught up as soon as that hearing is done. I have one more hearing. I just got a vehicle. My car blew up in March. I've been having to catch a ride to work. It's not an excuse, but
no.
I've been getting it done.
Nice.
Your Honor, we do have a second test that was disputed for marijuana. It did come back from the lab confirmed positive for THC.
Okay. So. Okay. We've got an anniversary date of this probation too coming up. Right?
That's obvious.
The court was going to order a motion to revoke probation to be filed. Then we'll have a hearing on it and everybody will get heard and we'll figure out what direction that needs to go in. But these are disturbing. And I'm really anxious to hear the story about the urine because this is a science and you don't urinate cold urine. It's your body temperature that comes out. And also the test, the drug test, that drug test was confirmed by a more accurate subsequent test, which confirmed the marijuana, which is forbidden.
Most definitely.
All right. Anyway, we'll file a motion and then we'll go from there. Okay. Anything else on that? I'll get a resetting for review in 4 weeks to see where the motion to revoke probation is. I want to review on how for enforce our one. Okay. Let's get ready for trial. You're in recess. Short recess.
Days in jail and a fine of up to $500. They're also going to recommend that I give you time served. And that would be 10 days plus the minimum allowable fine. Do you understand that?
I do.
Did anybody threaten you to get you to plead to that charge?
No.
Or promise you anything? Do you understand that if you do plead to that charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or a jury? Do you understand?
Yes.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by a lawyer. Everybody just heard this. We'll give it to you again. Ms. Harden has been appointed to represent you. You'd also hire an attorney of your own choosing if you wished. If you had a trial, you'd have the right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take a witness stand and testify on your own behalf, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. And you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand? Were you in the store in Three Rivers? Let me see where this was. Triple Creek on South Main Street. And did you take somebody's phone?
It was in the bag I took that was in the store with me.
All right, that wasn't your phone.
No.
And then the guy chased you and tried to get his phone back?
Yes,
Eventually, did he get his phone back?
he did.
All right. All right, you've been in jail for a total of 10 days. 10 days credit, 10 days. I'm going to waive the fine. I'm going to waive the attorney fee. I am going to order the state minimum fee of $125. Where are you going to go when you get out?
I plan on trying to see if Keystone has any availability.
They
So I
do.
can get a job and get back on my feet.
All right, $125 or 2 additional days. Somebody will bring you $125, you can get out. Otherwise, you may end up there for till tomorrow.
If you need to send me mail, right now I have a hold on my mail for a specific address, so I can pick it up at the post office.
All right. Well, you can go with the officers. They can take everybody back, Mr. Swinehart and whoever else is in there. Ms. Green, good luck to you. All right, we had to deal with the in custodies. We have a very bad situation here at this building for in custody defendants. But let's do Mr. Smith and get him out of here. Good morning. Who's your client?
Mr. Hagan.
Jason Hagan, file number 26782ST. Mr. Hagan, you're charged with reckless driving. There's apparently no plea offer. You simply asked that the matter be set for a final pretrial.
Correct.
Reckless driving is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. I told you this at your arraignment. It also requires that your license be suspended, which might be the hang up here. Also absolutely kills your car insurance. We were going 115 miles an hour at a very terrible spot. 131 and William R. Monroe Boulevard. So the prosecutor isn't willing to budge on this apparently. We'll set it for a final pretrial, which will be on a Thursday afternoon. And we'll work that out on a date that works for Mr. Smith and for you. I don't find that you owe us any money. So that's a plus. Do you still live on County Road 2, Bristol?
Yes.
All right. I'm interested to know more about this. As I said, that's a real bad place to go 115 miles an hour, either whether you're headed northbound or southbound. But we'll explore this further at a final pretrial. It'll be set several weeks from now on a Thursday afternoon. Thank you. You're good to go.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's clear out a couple other people who aren't leading. Mr. Guthrie, would you come forward, please? This is file 252538 ST Justin Guthrie. Mr. Guthrie's. All right, I'm sorry. This is file 252538 ST Justin Guthrie driving suspended. That occurred back in allegedly October of 25. You're also charged with domestic assault and cruelty to animals. And that occurred in April of 26. That is file number 26605SM. You're here with your lawyer, Mr. John Bush. In this case, Mr. Bush, he's asking for a last pretrial in each case.
In both files, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Guthrie, those will both be set on a Thursday in the next couple of weeks. There's a no contact provision in here between you and Rachel Guthrie. At least I think there is. Let's find out. She looks surprised, you look surprised. You're sitting there next to each other, so maybe they didn't put a no contact.
There's no contact.
I don't see that there is a no contact provision in here.
There wasn't one prior, sir.
Say that again?
There wasn't one previously or prior to that.
I don't even see
asked that same question the last time.
I did. I don't even see the bond form. All right. I'll set this for a pretrial on or on a day to be set. I don't yet know what it is. You're free to go.
For which day, sorry?
I will tell you when. Oh, you're good to go. We'll give you notice of your next.
He just has a hard time. He doesn't hear real well, Your Honor.
I know that. I've known him since he was in 8th grade. So you're free to go. And we will set this for a pretrial on a Thursday afternoon. I don't want any more trouble between you and Rachel, or I don't want you driving till we get this sorted out. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're good to go.
Thank you. Yes.
Brandon Bryant. Good morning, sir. Are you Brandon Bryant?
Yes.
You're here with your lawyer, Mr. Robert LeBray. The prosecutor has agreed to dismiss this charge, as I understand it. Says dismiss on motion of the prosecution. You have posted that's a PR bond. Well, I mean, look, it looks like there's money in here. Is that your understanding, Mr. LeBray?
Yes, Your Honor.
at least regarding the dismissal.
Turned himself in. The bond is a PR bond. I don't have any money to return to you. The matter is dismissed on motion of the prosecution. You're free to go on about your business. Mr. Very nice to see you. Sorry I didn't get a chance to talk more.
Always a pleasure. Hope you have a good day.
And then I've got lots of cases to take pleas on.
Your Honor, I do have several no-shows.
Yeah, I see that. Let's talk about a couple of them. Billy Kelly. Oh, that's John's no-show. Billy Kelly has two files, 26471SM and 26169SM. It appears he's failed to appear in each case. He owes $748 worth of other unpaid fines. Mr. Bush, you have any contact with the defendant? Do a bench warrant, $500 cash or surety in each case, 48-hour hold. Mr. Kelly is local. I don't think he's gone anywhere. He owes $748 in unpaid fine and costs. Thank you, Mr. Bush. Let's talk about Angela Lowry. This is file 26412SM. Angela Lowry is charged with malicious use of a telecommunication device. She posted a $2,000 PR bond. She is not here. She has two open warrants for her arrest: malicious destruction of property and resisting and obstructing, file 26825FY, and 3 counts of resisting and obstructing. These are all on May 3rd in file 26824FY. And did you ever have any contact with this defendant?
No, Your Honor. She was scheduled for a PCC on those felony matters on May 19th, and she did not appear. My contact with Community Corrections regarding Ms. Lawfrey was that there was a mental health case open on her. I don't have that file number, but that could contribute to why I've not heard from her. She's not been appearing, but I've yet to have contact with her since being appointed early May.
Is there a reason to believe that she's in a facility somewhere?
I couldn't even begin to tell you because I'm not sure how much information I'd be able to get on an MI case.
Well, she isn't here. I'm going to do a bench warrant, $2,000 cash or surety, no 48-hour hold. Shorty has 2 open warrants. Thank you. Timothy Krejcir is also a no-show, operating without precedent to controlled substance and driving suspended. His bond was $200, which he posted. Did you have any contact with that defendant?
No, Your Honor. I sent him an engagement letter, as is my office's policy, when I was appointed early May. And that did not come back returned. He's not made an appointment. I've not had any contact with him.
All right, is that the last of your no-shows?
I do have one. I just got Kerry Cannon, which I'm surprised he's not here. We spoke Monday. He's appeared for everything, but he also has another open case that's on kind of a different track with Judge Pattison. So I'm gonna chalk it up to some confusion. Mr. Cannon's been.
Let's come back to that one when we address your pleas. Let's try to clear up some of our lawyers. I usually like to do his cases last, but let's do Nathaniel Taylor and Mr. Ludwig. Good morning, Mr. Ludwig.
Morning, sir.
Here with your lawyer, Mr. Nathaniel Taylor, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You're charged with driving suspended. You are on the driving suspended merry-go-round and have been for a while, and you're trying to get off of it. Prosecutor has agreed to dismiss the charge of driving suspended if you enter a plea to an offense called allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code. That one carries no points, doesn't get abstracted to your driver's license, won't affect your ability to keep or maintain your license. Mr. Taylor, has Mr. Ludwig made any progress on actually getting his license?
We have started the process with him. We haven't got to the point of requesting a hearing.
All right, the Taylor office is very good at license restoration process. It's a very difficult, strict, cruel process, but they're good at it. And my strong advice is don't screw it up. Don't drive anymore till you just pull all the pins out from under your lawyer trying to get your license back. So by this plea, this won't show up in that record and won't affect your ability to continue to try to petition the driver license appeal division to get your license. Do you understand?
I do, yes.
You've been here all morning. You heard me go through the rights in Spanish and English.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand you're giving those rights up?
Yes, sir.
Other than the plea agreement here, did anybody promise you anything to get you to plead to this?
No.
Or threaten you?
No.
All right. Were you driving a car here in St. Joe County on April 26th?
Yes.
Where were you going?
Home.
From where?
We were at a benefit hockey game.
All right. Who's we?
Me and my girlfriend.
Does she have a license?
Yes.
Make her drive.
She had her hip replaced, and from being at the hockey game going up and down her hip started bothering her, and it was quite late.
Why'd they pull you over?
He said that I did a California stop.
It was on River Road by 8th Street there, where there's a stop sign where the road makes a 90-degree turn, but there's nothing to stop for. There's no cross street, there's no, I have a screenshot of it if the court wants to look at it.
Yeah. I'm familiar with that intersection. Anyway, he didn't get charged with that, so. Several people have drowned very near this spot. There used to be a bridge that went across there. It was called the Wood Street Bridge. When I was a kid, it was open. It went from 8th Street to Wood Street. Then when I was a kid, it had holes in it. You could look through and see the water. And then they closed it and then they tore it out. Anyway, I'm gonna give you a $200 fine. That's $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee, and a $75 crime victims' rights fee, if I didn't already say that. That adds up to $200. Can you pay that today, or do you need time to pay?
How much was it? 200?
200.
Yes, I can pay that today.
All right. I'll save your picture so we can all see what that looks like. All right, if you take your client out to the counter, I don't believe he owes anything else.
I don't believe so either. Thank you.
All right, and don't screw it up. They're working hard to help you get this, and I hope you do. So work with them. It's hard and it may take a while.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Jason Mancia, is he here, still here? Mr. Mancia, I'm asking you to take your gum out before we talk here. Are you Jason Mancia? Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Prosecutor has agreed to dismiss your charge of a civil infraction. Mr. George, are you retained on this?
No, sir.
We appointed you on an improper turn?
There's a no insurance, a no valid operator's license, and a proper turn. He's going to plead to the no valid ops.
Oh, all right, I wasn't looking at the whole thing.
I think there's 3 separate.
He's pleading to no valid ops, and they're dismissing no insurance.
That's correct.
All right, very good. That's a pretty good deal. It saves you a whole bunch of money. But no valid ops is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail, a fine of up to $100, and it does carry 2 points. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's take a look. Let me take a couple things out of here. According to this ticket, it was 5 o'clock at night, US 131 and Michigan Avenue, right at the big intersection. Wide left turn, side swiping a pickup truck. No insurance, no registration, never had a license. Well, that doesn't sound very good. So you were driving that day and you didn't have a valid license?
Yes, sir.
Where were you going?
I was testing the car that I had recently got.
So this was a car you were gonna buy?
No, I had bought it already, but I was testing it because I was going to sell it.
Well, you had a license permit and it expired. All right, well, this isn't good. You're probably going to get sued by the other guy's insurance company. When you don't have insurance, you're not covered by the no fault statute. And so that often happens. So you can't drive. You can't drive around with no insurance and no plate, no license. So do you have a way to get around?
Yes, sir.
What do you do? What kind of work do you do?
I work at the Shell.
At where?
Shell.
Which one?
South Korea.
All right, I go in there sometimes. Which Mancy are you? Who's your dad?
Jason.
Okay. He went through this and he finally got his license all squared away. This don't help your circumstance. So don't drive till you get licensed. Don't drive around with no insurance.
Yes, sir.
All right. You know, this is expensive. $75 crime victims' rights fee, $75 fine, $50 state minimum fee, $150 attorney fee. It adds up $350. I don't have any bond. And the civil infraction is dismissed, which is going to save you $120. So all in all, this was a pretty good deal. Can you pay that $350 today, or do you need time to pay it? Do you need a payment plan, or you want me to just give you a date? All right. Let me see if you owe any money. All right, I'll have the officer take you out. You can set up a payment plan with the clerks. I want you to make the kind of payment plan where you actually make a payment. All right, you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Michael Klein. We've got several graduates of our sobriety court program in here with us this morning. It's very hard to keep your license after you get out of sobriety court with the interlock. You, Michael J. Klein?
Yes, sir.
You got charged with driving suspended because you lost your interlock. And the prosecutors agreed to reduce that to a charge of no valid operator's license. That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100. It carries 2 points and it will go on your driving license. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I saw you cringing back there when I was trying to go through that with that young Mexican boy. It's like, yeah, can't we just get through this? But sometimes it takes a while. All right, where were you going?
Work, actually.
All right, same thing. You've got back on the driving suspended merry-go-round. Have you done anything to try to get your license back?
I tried before, but I didn't really understand the process, I guess, and didn't have the funds.
It's very cumbersome. But this is going to jam you up. It's going to go on your driving record. Where were you working?
I was working at Bay Bridge over in Bristol.
Do you have a way to get back and forth?
I lost that job after I got pulled over.
All right, same deal, $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee, $350. That's an expensive, the fine's only $75. The rest of it is all ancillary costs. All right, same thing. You need a payment plan, or can I give you a date to pay it?
Do you guys take cards?
Yeah.
I can pay it today.
All right. They'll give you instructions on how to use the credit card to pay it. All right, you've been in here a bit lately with yourself and with somebody else. I don't mind seeing you, but how about if you don't come back for a while?
Yes, sir.
And don't drive till you get this straightened out. The bailiff will take you out there and you can set up a payment plan. Jennifer Lawson. Good morning. Are you Jennifer Lawson?
Yes.
This is file number 26945. In this case, you're charged with domestic assault. The prosecutor had offered to do a deferral in this matter. Apparently that has not resolved the matter. Mr. George, you're asking me to set this for a last pretrial.
That's correct, Your Honor. I've also been made aware that the complaining witness is here. My client has asked to address the bond condition. It's my understanding he wants to as well. I guess I defer to Abby on that. My client at least wants to, so we'd ask the court to see what his position is on.
You don't know what you got till it's gone. Is Thomas Carpenter here? Would you come up to the podium, please? Right there. That's called the podium. For some reason, I didn't have a pretrial release order in Justin Guthrie. And she posted a $1,000 cashier's 10% bond. There are conditions of no contact with Thomas James Carpenter, do not harass, assault, intimidate, beat, malign, molest, wound, or threaten Thomas Carpenter. No assault or threatening behavior, no weapons. This happened at Centerville Apartments. Alcohol was involved. You were afraid she was going to hit you with a guitar. El Cabong. You'd been drinking also, but your PBT was 000. I don't know what hers was. So it's very common that they would institute a no contact provision in such a circumstance. So who moved out?
I did.
And where are you?
I'm in Sturgis right now. I work on, I build or remodel houses.
Well, this is just like deja vu all over again. We just went through this with your other ex, and now here we are again. So whose name is this apartment in? Okay. Abby, you have any input on this?
Your Honor, I've offered to the defendant domestic violence with deferral of probation. And if she wants to enter a plea today, I would not be opposed to modifying the bond conditions, but until that happens, I have a duty to preserve the integrity of the case, so I would object to that.
Ms. Lawson, why do you want me to lift or Mr. Carpenter, why do you want me to lift the condition?
Because we're engaged, I love her, and I want to help her pay her bills, so I want to be there for her.
Well, that sounds like
she wasn't trying to hurt me.
That sounds like deja vu. All you told me that in the last
No, I
case.
did not.
Well, you did. I guess at that point you weren't engaged, but you were in love with her. All right. I'm going to lift the no contact. You can talk to each other, but you can't live in the same house. I used to be able to tell from the booking sheet what the blood alcohol level was. Sometimes I give them a PBT at the jail. Abby, does anything you have show what her blood alcohol was?
Your Honor, did you say you had the PBT from the bond information report?
No, it doesn't show up in there. Oh, 0.193.
That's what was reflected in the bond as well.
All right, thank you. Yeah, it's in there. So you can't drink any alcohol. Alcohol was clearly behind this. Or you're gonna end up back in jail. You're allowed to speak to each other. You can go talk to each other. You can go to dinner, but you can't live or stay in the same house.
Understand,
Your
sir.
Honor,
Yes,
I've offered a very reasonable resolution. If the defendant wants to plead guilty to that today, then I would have no objection to lifting the bond conditions. But until then, I have to preserve the integrity of the case, and I can't have them speaking with each other.
I appreciate your position. He's already in her camp. And so speaking to each other isn't going to change anything. It's going to take a while to get this resolved. You were drunk, you threatened to whip his ass, and we're going to hit him with a guitar. The prosecutor has offered to dismiss the case with a deferral if you do the women's anger management program and do a probation. And successfully complete the probation, the charge will be taken off your record. Apparently, at this point, you're not willing to do that. I went through this same incident with Mr. Carpenter with a previous complainant. And there was a large pain in the neck. And so the prosecutor's position is if you're not willing to resolve it, then you guys can stay away from each other for the next 12 weeks while we wait to resolve it. And she feels very strongly about that. And so that's where we are. Mr. George, anything further on that?
I reviewed the offer with my client yesterday. We can't articulate a factual basis. And that's what the issue is. So at this point, we're going to set it up for further proceedings and see where we see those.
All right, I'll accede to the prosecutor. You can't have any contact with each other. Like I say, you don't know what you get till it's gone. You can continue to be engaged. The concern is that while the case is pending, a couple things. We don't want, obviously, any further assaultive behavior. But what we don't want is we don't want the complainant and the defendant to be talking to each other and coordinating their story and what they're going to say when they go to trial. So I'm not afraid you're going to beat him up, but I am afraid that you guys may collude on the testimony, and the prosecutor is definitely concerned about that. Once you enter a plea, there's no longer a fear that you're going to influence his testimony because he won't have to testify. So that's why Ms. Stoll says if you take the plea offer to the deferral, she won't object to the no contact provision being lifted. So that's what's behind that. Was there ever a discussion of a no contest to resolve this?
Your Honor, that was discussed with my client
Okay.
yesterday. She has enough recollection to tell me.
All right, very well. So you wish to continue the no, not guilty plea? All right. Mr. Carpenter, thank you for being here. You can have a seat. All right, I'll accede to the prosecutor. The no contact provision remains in effect. I deny his motion to change it. Defendant declines no contest. I don't know how intoxicated you were. A 193 is pretty high blood alcohol level. What I said to the young man earlier, by pleading no contest, you don't admit what happened, but you also don't deny what happened. If you don't have a clear recollection of what happened, that's a legitimate basis for no contest. I guess you and your counsel can consider that. Further, but we'll set a last pretrial. It will be several weeks before that's set. And if the matter isn't resolved, it'll be several months. It'll be sometime in the fall where the case could be set for a trial. But the no contact provision remains in effect.
Thank you.
All right, you're good to go. Let me make sure. I don't think you owe any money. No, you're good to go. Brad Warnicki. Good morning, sir. Are you Brad Warnicki?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're charged with malicious destruction of a building over 200 but less than 1,000. 3 counts, larceny less than $200. Prosecutor has offered to plead guilty to 1 count of malicious destruction of property, count 1 and count 2, and they would dismiss count 3 and count 4. Apparently, that doesn't resolve the case. Mr. George, you're asking me to set a last pretrial.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Noel and I have had further discussions about ultimate resolution to the case, which is going to take a little bit of time. It includes a restitution amount to be paid to my client. We're not clear on what that exact number is yet. So this is community service, so we asked the court to set it out for last pretrial, allow that to be.
All right, I set the bond in this case. I did allow the defendant to go to Indiana for purposes of employment. But this was a not very good thing. All right, there is no other money owed, but there are bond conditions of no contact and no other assaultive behavior. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, those remain in effect. We'll set a last pretrial on a Thursday afternoon in the next couple of weeks. I don't yet know what that date will be. You're free to go. Jordan, did you say that Carrie Cannon showed up?
No, Mr. Frazier.
What's that?
Mr. Frazier just showed up.
All right. I see that. John, you have Michael Scarberry, and he's going to plead to impaired.
Yes, I have 2 drinking driving, please.
Say that again.
2 manners about drinking driving, please.
All right, well, let's take up that one. And Tiffany Tincher. I'm going to have to find I'm sorry, Ms. Scarberry, your file's not in here. Let me find it. Abby, it's helpful to have you in here. I know you can't be two places at once, but I appreciate the fact that you're sticking around for this. All right, I think I met you at your arraignment. Are you Michelle Lynn Scarberry? Oh, Miss Tincher. All right, I got my cases backed up.
We can do either one.
Well, Miss Tincher's here. So we'll pull up her case. Let's see if she's in my queue. There she is. All right, you're Tiffany Nicole Diane Tincher? You live in Three Rivers? You got arrested on March 31st at 11:40 for operating while intoxicated. They used to just call it drunk driving. That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Carries 6 points on your driving record and requires that your license be suspended. You don't have much baggage on your driver's license, but this isn't going to help. Apparently, the plea offer is the prosecutor will not charge driving with a high blood alcohol level if you plead to operating while intoxicated. Is that correct, Mr. Bush?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Are you going to do that, Ms. Tincher? All right, let's take a look at your ticket. This was, I said, 11:40 at night, Michigan Avenue and Wood Street. That's by Paul's Pantry, not very far from where you live. You heard me go through the advice of rights probably 2 or 3 times this morning. You understand that you're going to give those rights up by entering this plea? Did anyone threaten you to get you to plead to this or promise you anything? All right, were you driving a car that night, a 2012 Chrysler? Where were you going? Had you been drinking?
Prior to drinking?
Yes.
Like an hour or two before.
What did you drink?
Mixed drink.
What was in it?
I know it's just called AM EST. It's like a fruity drink, I want to say.
Impact disease?
MXD.
MXD.
That's what it's called.
All right. Once again, I'm not culturally up to speed. Ms. Stoll, what was the blood alcohol here? Oh, this is an ordinance case. John, what was the blood alcohol here?
313.
Oh my. Oh boy. There's like 10 or 12 more cases. You drank a lot of it. What else were you drinking?
99.
All right.
Like a
Oh, it's a little, come in little bottles, not the Toto song 99. All right, well, obviously you drank a whole bunch. So were you going to Paul's Pantry to get more alcohol?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, boy, what do you do, ma'am?
Right now, I stay at home with my mother.
Who else lives at your apartment?
But just me out of right now, but her dad at that night.
All right. Is that where you were drinking at home?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we gotta get a handle on this. There's some red flags, drinking by yourself. This is a very high blood alcohol level. At 3.2, they have to take you to the hospital. It's almost poisonous. Well, it is poisonous, but it's almost dangerously deadly. What do you do, Ms. Tincher? Do you work someplace?
No, but this.
I mean, what kind of work have you done?
I've driven for Amazon, I've worked at Walmart, I've done CNA. I just have my daughter and, he let me like stay home with her and he pays the bills.
How old's your daughter?
She's almost 2.
Okay, he being your daughter's father?
Yes.
She's back at the
Yeah, we're gonna want to find out about that. How old are you?
I'm 23.
Well, I'm gonna set this for something called plea. Well, we got the plea. I'm gonna set it for screening and sentencing. I want to know more about this. This is spooky stuff. And we may have some real issues we need to get at. You don't have any criminal history to speak of. In fact, you have none. You have a couple minor little traffic things, but driving down even just a few blocks like this at a 313 is very dangerous. So John, let's pick a date that works for sentencing for you. Boy, this is scary. I've set several things for July 6th and none of them have made it onto my calendar yet. So I can't really tell how dense it is, but I'm going to be gone a little bit in July. But are you available Monday, July 6th?
I have a district court sentencing, I'm not sure if you were Judge P at 10:30 already that day.
Yeah, I think that's me. All right, Ms. Tincher, I'm really gonna want to know more about this. I'd like to get a release from Pivotal, see what's going on.
Great, I'm supposed to start on the 11th.
Start where?
There, at Middleton.
Very good. I want to know more about it.
Yeah, I do, honestly, I understand, I do want to get help, I know that it was. That, and I know.
All right, well, fortunately, you didn't hurt yourself or someone else. You're gonna be there for your daughter, but you need to be there in better shape than this. Or you take her out, we'll plug her into the probation department. I'll
What
see,
time do we actually set it for on that day?
July 6th at 11 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, Michelle Scarberry. Good morning. Again, your case wasn't in here, so I had to find it the old-fashioned way. Ms. Scarberry, you got a ticket on March 28th at 10:30 at night in White Pigeon for operating while intoxicated. That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail, fine of up to $500. Says you're going to plead to impaired driving and possessing a firearm under the influence of alcohol. That wasn't on the ticket, but it later got charged as a formal complaint, which added the second count of possession of a firearm. Impaired driving is better than operating while intoxicated because it allows you to keep a restricted driver's license. Impaired driving is punishable by up to a fine of $300, up to 4 points on your driving record, up to 93 days in jail, and does go on your driving record, but allows a restricted license. Possession of a firearm while intoxicated is a misdemeanor. Linda, what's going on back there? I feel the same way. All right. That one requires that the gun be destroyed. You understand?
We just got that.
All right. Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to this? Or promise you anything? Again, you've heard me go through the advice of rights a couple times today. Do you understand you'll be given up the right to have a trial as a result of this? All right. All right, you got pulled over in White Pigeon. You were kind of drifting. White Claws, 0.156 blood alcohol. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
Where were you going? From where?
I was just hanging out with 2 friends.
And where was that? So you're going from Constantine to Sturgis and went through White Pigeon? Did you have a gun in your possession?
In my car, yes.
.380 belonged to somebody else, but it was in your car.
It was actually, thinking there was a registration error. I got it from that. And they registered it and it was the vice person. So technically it's registered by that. And then
Is your dad Charles Rickett?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can still get it in the room.
Well, very good. But even if you have a CPL, you can't have a gun in the car when you're drinking. What do you do, Ms. Scarberry?
I work in sales.
And what do you sell?
And
Okay.
She's been there 3 years.
All right. Well, I'm glad nothing worse happened. I'm going to cram this in that same day, John, July 6th. We'll get our money's worth that morning. All right, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to send you out to the counter Mr. Bush and I are going to be quite busy that morning. So far, we've set at least 3 cases from 10:30 to noon. I think there's another one in there as well. That fills up that morning. But they're going to have you meet with the probation department, get some information, learn more about you, what your situation is. And I'll see you on July 6th.
What time did you set?
That's 11 a.m.
I couldn't.
11 a.m. Thank you. Does that finish your cases, John? All right, Jordan, let's go back to your pile and then we'll go to Paul's. Mr. Cuellar? Mr. Cuellar is another sobriety court graduate who had trouble getting his license squared away. You're Bocephus Lee Cuellar?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cuellar, I was sad when I saw this come in. It's alleged that on April 18th that you assaulted someone who you lived with, resident or former resident of your household, Emily Wolf. That's a misdemeanor. It's commonly known as domestic violence or domestic assault. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. When I saw you, you indicated he's in the house, you're in the house, and she's out of the house?
She lives here. I stay in Three Rivers now. She lives in Centerville. I've been out there for about 2 years.
All right. Anyway, it says here you're going to plead guilty to domestic assault?
No, disturbing the peace.
Oh. Is that correct, Abby?
That is, Your Honor.
All right, they didn't note that when they put disturbing the peace.
For some reason on his sheet, disturbing the peace was typed in on the charge, so I think Priscilla wrote on that cover sheet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, that changes the game. Disturbing the peace is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. You already did a couple days of jail here, and I have $200 of bond. You got arrested on April 18th. You bonded on April 19th. All right, anybody threaten you to get you to plead to that charge?
No, sir.
He did send an advice of rates for that.
I see that. Thank you, Jordan. You do a good job with those, but he heard it too a couple times. All right, tell me what happened with you and Miss Wolf.
She just came over and we got in an argument.
What were you arguing about?
She would not leave the property.
Now, is she the mother of some of your kids?
No.
All right, then what happened?
She tried to pull over my door and my door is broken at the bottom, and if she flung off the porch and claimed that I threw her off the porch.
Did you get into some scuffle out on the porch?
No, I was very minimal, even outside to even acknowledge her. I was in the house mainly the whole time. She was outside the house, banging on the doors, the windows.
Well, did you try to get your car out of the driveway while her car was still there?
No, she had barricaded my driveway with her vehicle. Yeah, she just moved me the property. I didn't want anything to do with it. I was in the house almost the whole time.
Well, here's what it says. And I'm sorry about this part. It says you were both drinking, you were driving. Emily pulled in behind Bocephus to prevent him from going anywhere because they had been drinking. Bocephus tried to back into Emily's car. He then stayed out in his car for a while Emily went inside. Then they got in an argument leading to the assault. Bocephus claimed that Emily was drunk and needed to leave his house. He said she tripped on the steps. He was home for nearly 2 hours and never sat in his car. His engine bay was warm as if it had recently been driven. They took you to jail. So I gotta get some sort of factual basis. Did you and her get into some sort of shouting match in the front yard or something?
We were arguing, yes, we were arguing for sure. She wouldn't leave the property. That's why I had to call the police.
That's your place on 7th Street.
Yes, sir.
And when you lived together, was here at Truck and Miller Road?
Yes, right on the road over here.
All right, so she lives there and you live in Three Rivers?
Yes.
Are you still in a relationship?
No, this is why I was like, it's a bunch of nonsense.
Well, you put alcohol in there and it magnifies the nonsense. All right, I'm not sure I got the whole story, but I guess drinking and shouting in the yard is probably enough for disturbing the peace. You have I don't see anything. I thought you had some unpaid fines.
Paid the remainder of his fines off.
You reminded me of the $50 left.
I did, yeah, you took care of it. All right, very good. Okay. What are you doing these days?
Working with the South Michigan construction and real estate right now.
Doing what?
I don't know how much I'm supposed to.
What's that?
NDAs for contracts.
He's got some ideas for some of the contracts for projects he's working on, so I don't think he feels.
All right, so you're doing construction work on different
Asset
projects?
management, things like that, acquiring properties right now.
All right. Well, you don't need this. I was disappointed to see alcohol back as part of this equation. There's 2 days jail credit, 2 days. We'll call it that way. $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee, and $150 attorney fee. That comes up to $350. I think you posted $200 of bond, but it was a 10% bond. So you subtract 180, court keeps 10% of a 10% bond, you're 170. Can you pay that in 30 days?
Yes, sir.
Well, now you know, your kids were younger. Are they out of school now?
A couple of them are. One of them's on her, going on her third year at U of M. One of my boys is in the National Guards right now, having a kid. And then I have my other one, has 2 jobs right now and has a daughter. Then I have my 3 younger ones still.
Well, good. You need to get it together. Maybe you need to stay away from this person. All right. You owe $170 by July 6th, or we'll deal with it, but I'm sure you'll pay it.
Thank you.
You're good to go.
Thank you.
And I do have Mr. Ringler here. He's one of the jury trials for next week.
Yes, and Mr. Kreitzer came in, so we'll deal with him. Let's deal with Mr. Ringler.
Mr. Ringler? Thank you.
It's 10:30. Are you Xavier Marcus Ringler?
Yes, sir.
We've met. You've got several things. Abby, these are all ordinance ones. File 28164 OT, that's just driving without a valid license. That's on January 30th. You had previously gotten the same citation on December 29th. On December 28th, you got a speeding charge. No, 29th, of going 40 and 30. This matter is set for jury trial for next Tuesday on one or both of these driving suspended charges. Ms. Harden, what's the circumstance here?
Thank you, Your Honor. In speaking with Mr. George, he has made the following plea offer, which my client accepts. He is going to plead in file 252706 OT to no valid ops on person, as well as impeding traffic. And that will resolve all of it.
As well as what?
Impeding traffic.
All right.
And that will resolve all open files.
So we're going to plead to the December 28th case, January 29th case. Well, January 30th will be dismissed. Well, let's talk about that. No operator's license is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100, carries 2 points. The other charge, the speeding charge, also carries 2 points, but the prosecutor's going to amend that to something called impeding traffic, which is a civil infraction, doesn't carry any points. I don't even think it gets abstracted to your license. It does carry a $100 fine. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
This didn't end up in my queue. Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to that?
No, sir.
Promise you anything?
Yeah, I promise. Well,
Promise the other cases will be dismissed.
Yeah.
According to the ticket, you were driving a car, a Dodge, on 12/29 at just after midnight, out of on Hatch Street in Sturgis. Where were you going?
I believe I was heading home.
From where?
I was out doing DoorDash at the time.
And that's what you told me at your arraignment. In the meantime, you were working on getting reinstated in Indiana, but you also had some issues here in Michigan, is that correct?
Yes, sir. I can no longer be reinstated in Indiana for, I think it's a term of 2 years. I have to carry an SR 22 for insurance purposes before I can get reinstated.
Yeah, you told me that. Do you live in Wolcottville?
Yeah.
You were door dashing all the way up here?
I used to.
He was living in Sturgis at the
lived in
time.
Sturgis from, I do believe, October to,
And you've told me some of this stuff already,
yeah.
but so you're back living in Indiana
Yes, sir.
and your license problems are gonna be Indiana.
Yeah.
All right, well, impede traffic. Let me find that speeding case. Do you acknowledge you were going at least 10 miles or at least 2 miles over the speed limit?
Yes, sir.
Fine it costs is $100. And that is in 25102953 OT. I sure didn't want to use a jury trial on this, so I'm glad we're able to resolve it.
I don't think it was ever going to get to that point. We just had been waiting to see how Indiana was going to work out with his license. But now that we have an answer, we're happy the court was able to squeeze us in to resolve it.
Well, this is expensive, $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee, $150 attorney fee. That's $350 plus $100. In the other case, that's $450. You want me to give you a date or you like to do a payment plan?
A payment plan would be ideal.
He is working right now. When I talked to him earlier this week, he was at work, so I don't think that'll be an issue.
Abby, that resolves all the cases for next Wednesday, the 10th, so it doesn't look like there'll be a jury trial that day.
Thanks, Judge.
Some were yours and some were ordinance. But I guess all yours were done. A couple got adjourned because the officers weren't available. Cases I would have liked to have tried, but we can't do it without the witnesses. All right, Mr. Ringler, you go out to the counter. And the clerk will meet with you regarding that payment plan. Thank you. Let me find Mr. Crater's file. Where's he here?
He's here.
Will you come forward?
Mr. Preacher?
Let me see what it is.
Say we addressed him about an hour ago, so.
Hi, Mary. sent the file out. Yes, many cases. Yes.
How you doing? Our general judgment seems like you're going through a process.
Thanks. All right, another bad hair day here in Centerville. Let's talk to Timothy Kracher. This is file number 26616SD. You had indicated you had no contact with this defendant. Did you ever have contact?
No, Your Honor, we sent him the engagement letter back on May 11th. It's not been returned.
What are we gonna do here today?
I was advised by deputies at like 10 to 10 that Mr. Preacher had appeared. I spoke to him briefly in the hallway. There's no resolution. The offer is as charged, so we'd ask for that. We did instruct Mr. Preacher that it was imperative that he call my office next week to schedule an appointment so we can discuss the case and potential defenses.
Mr. Kracher, you live in Constantine? Do you live in Constantine?
Yes.
All right, you pled not guilty and I appointed a lawyer to represent you on this case. I told you to call your lawyer, make an appointment to discuss this with her prior to today. So one option is for me to just cancel your bond and put you in jail to make sure that you're available to talk with your lawyer. You never made any contact with your lawyer prior to today and you showed up late for the hearing. I had the taxpayers of St. Joseph County hire a lawyer for you and you never made the effort to even call her up. What's the deal with that?
I had no, on none of my bond paperwork or anything, I didn't have no lawyer to call.
All right, let's take a look.
Do you live at 225 Ray Street?
Yes.
That's where I sent everything on May 11th.
I think I took it out of here.
225 Ray Street.
Yep, that's where I sent it off.
I haven't gotten it. See, with my paperwork, there was nothing on there.
All right, it's alleged that you're on 131 near King Road out in Tepe Township. You had amphetamines, fentanyl, and methamphetamine in your system in July, December. You filled out a petition for court-appointed counsel.
Well, he signed it. There's nothing filled out.
Yeah, I guess you're right. He might be right. Did you just get arraigned at the jail? I don't see where a judge ever saw you.
I only seen,
Autumn signed the order on May 6th. That has all my information on it. And then, like I said, I confirmed his address where I sent everything with my information, advising him to make an appointment and copies of reports. He indicates he's never received it.
I'm going to take care of this.
Are you living at Race Street, Constantine?
Yes, 225 Race Street, yes, Your Honor.
All right, well, how about if we set a last pretrial on this?
That's what I'm asking for. Yes.
Dash cam.
Yep.
Are you working with VA? Are you working with Stony Summy?
Yes,
Are you? Are you good?
I have.
But you're not presently?
No, right now I have cancer treatment going on in Ann Arbor.
Oh, and you don't need fentanyl or methamphetamine in the mix. I'll set a last pretrial. Yeah, I'm gonna set this for a last pretrial on a Thursday at 2:00 in the afternoon, and I don't know the date yet. You're gonna need to meet with your lawyer and go over this so they can discuss it further. But for now, you're good to go.
Thank you.
All right, now, that completes your obligations, Jordan?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I think everything else is Paul's. Let's see what we got. We're gonna take a break here for a minute, but let's assess what we got. Gary Cannon is a no-show.
Your Honor, we did not address that in the record. He's a comment on briefing, so I'm gonna try to call him. He's always ask the court to. Take a 48-hour hold on that.
All right, 250 bond, 48-hour hold.
Thank you.
That is file number 29917. We kind of deferred it to see if Mr. Cannon would show up, which he didn't. He has jury trial set for June 17th. Judge Patterson. All right, so Tina Watson is going to be a plea. We'll set that one aside. Just wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Raymond Schwartz is a no-show. We'll deal with him. James Saylor is a plea to impaired. Stephen Higgins is the last pretrial. Mr. Higgins here. Would you come forward, please? Chelsea Harris is impaired. She is the last pretrial. Autumn Baker is the last pretrial. Seth Wood is the last pretrial. And James Swinehart is the last pretrial. Those are both in custody. This is People versus Stephen Higgins. File number is 25160, driving suspended second. 251671, no insurance. And then a separate incident, 251672, improper display of plates. Mr. Gibson, these matters have not been resolved. We're going to set a last pretrial.
Yes.
Mr. Higgins, you got a lot of unpaid stuff. You owe $715 with unpaid tickets.
On game plan, I would have been paying on that.
All right, looks like a payment was made May 5th.
I have another one on my check will be here next Tuesday, and I have another for the
All right, very good. We talked about that. You got on a payment plan and you're
Yes.
working on it. All right, we'll set these other matters for our last pretrial. I'll put defendant on payment plan now.
Is it possible to have the date adjusted on those or 1 week later? So I'm not late every month on the payment?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Just make it on the day you can make it.
All right.
All right. How'd you get here?
I had a friend drive there. They were over at the restaurant across the street.
All right. Don't drive anymore till we sort this all out. You're good to go.
Sure.
You're good to go. Paul, you met with Mr. Swinehart and he wants the last pretrial.
Yes.
Same thing with Seth Wood. They're both in custody.
Seth Wood was going to be a plea.
Oh, it's a plea? Is he in, but he's in custody?
Yes.
All right, I'll put him in the plea file. We have to get to him before they have lunch. Autumn Baker. Ms. Baker, you're charged with retail fraud in the second degree. You were having a rough go here. The allegation is that you were in Sturgis at the Walmart store and you stole stuff that was worth more than 200 but less than 1,000. That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. They allege that you skip scanned $251.75 worth of stuff. You pled not guilty to that charge. Mr. Gibson, you're asking me to set this for last pretrial?
Yes.
Ms. Baker, you've got $2,092 of unpaid tickets. They're all civil infractions. Every one of them. You can't go to jail for civil infractions, but there's no incentive for you to ever pay any of those. They don't suspend your license anymore. But if you get convicted of this and you got $2,000 worth of unpaid tickets, that's something I would certainly take into consideration at your sentence. Are you still living here in Centerville?
Yes.
All right, you've been waiting all morning. We're going to set this for last pretrial. Abigail, was there a plea offer here?
There is no offer, Your Honor.
All right, you're good to go. Do you have any questions?
Yeah.
All right. $2,092. William Garcia. Good morning, sir. You're charged with retail fraud, third degree, and file number 26328, and another retail fraud, third degree, and 26276. There was apparently $186 worth of restitution the product we were seeking. At this point, Mr. Gibson, that matter's not been resolved.
Correct.
Mr. Garcia, you have $1,192 worth of unpaid tickets that go back to 2001. I'll give you those. again, when it comes time to do a sentence, if you are convicted, that's something that I will consider. I saw you here on time. I saw you check in. I'm gonna set this for last pre-trial on a Thursday at 2:00. I don't yet know the date. We're gonna work that out with Mr. Gibson. But I want you to go out to the clerks and see them about setting up a payment plan on all your unpaid fines. All right, you're good to go. Then Raymond Schwartz is not present. He is charged with illegal entry. He posted a $500 bond and failed to appear. Paul, did you ever have any contact with this defendant?
Let's see. I did not have a phone number. I did not have a phone number for him, so I couldn't get in touch with him by the phone.
Well, he didn't contact you. So he posted a $500 bond. He lives on 5th Street. I'm gonna do a $750 cash or surety bond with a 48-hour hold. If anybody knows Raymond Schwartz, he needs to contact his lawyer. About Tuesday, he's gonna get arrested on a bench warrant. All right, we're gonna take a break for a second. We're gonna call the jail and dial up Seth Wood. The jail starts to eat lunch about 20 after 11. We've got, let's see who's here. Chelsea Harbin, raise your hand. Very good, thank you for your patience. James Saylor. Tina Watson. I think that's it. Which case, now, Mr. Williams, I don't know where your file is. Who's your lawyer, Mr. Williams? I better find out what happened to that. Which case are you folks here on? Wood. You're Seth Wood? No, we're here. For him, all right. I'm gonna stop the record. The live feed is on. We'll find out what happened to Lonnie Williams. Hi, Judge Middleton calling. Could I see Seth Wood in my courtroom? All right, thanks. Bye. All right, we'll take a minute. We'll stop the record, find out what happened to Lonnie Williams. (986) SM, People versus Seth Wood. In that case, the defendant is charged with aggravated assault. And that allegedly occurred on May 18th. The complaining witness is Elizabeth Conway, I believe, and Gavin Etter. File number 26987 SM alleges domestic assault on May 13th. And the complaining witness in that case is Nicole Anthony. Mr. Paul Gibson is here. And Mr. Wood, you're back at the jail. You were here, I think, for a hot minute, and I mean hot, back there in the lockup. And I didn't want to leave you in the lockup all morning while we dealt with this. So I had him take you back out to the jail so we could do this remotely by video link. Eddie Stoll is here from the prosecutor's office. Ms. Stoll, what is the plea offer here?
Your Honor, the offer is as charged in both files.
Mr. Gibson, what's your client wish to do here?
It's my understanding that he wants to accept the plea offer and plead today. He has a pending parole violation. His parole agent, I believe, is Jeb Miller.
All right, Mr. Wood, let's unpack this. Let me pull it up. In the first incident, it is alleged that on May 13th, you assaulted Nicole Anthony, someone you had a dating relationship with. Domestic assault is commonly known is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Now, a few days later, you got charged again in a separate complaint. That is file 26986. That alleges that on or about May 18th, that you assaulted Elizabeth Conway and did inflict an injury upon her, but less than the crime of murder. That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. So you're going to plead to a domestic assault on Miss Anthony and an aggravated assault on Miss Conway. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you do plead to these charges, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will not be a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. Mr. Gibson is here with you, or you could hire an attorney of your own choosing if you wish. If you had a trial, you'd have the right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand on your own behalf and testify, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you, and you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand?
Yes.
And I did explain that this could be the basis of a parole violation.
Yes.
Found guilty.
These could be a basis for violating your parole. Either or both of these could result in evidence against you in a parole violation by your parole agent and the parole board. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And that doesn't change your mind about entering this plea?
No.
All right, let's talk about the Elizabeth Conway matter first. Elizabeth Conway is a woman that's in 3 rivers. She got some serious mental health problems. There's open warrants for her arrest. There probably were on May 18th. How did you know Elizabeth Conway?
I know her from my dad's house.
And who's your dad?
Wood.
All right, and so she sometimes goes over to Delmer's house?
Yes, used to.
Well, did you get into some disagreement with her?
Yeah, we were at car wash and she was rambling on saying that I stole her credit cards and was taking all her money. And then she proceeded to say that I killed her son. And then since I killed her son, that she was going to kill the kids that I had with me, which were my Nicole's kids at the time.
So you punched her in the face?
I slapped her, yes.
Apparently it caused a pretty good injury. She is delusional. She's accused me of one thing or another.
Yes, I know it wasn't right. It wasn't.
No, it doesn't give you the right to punch her in the face, and she went to the hospital as a result of that. All right. Let's talk about the other matter with Miss Anthony. That's your girlfriend, isn't it?
Ex-girlfriend, yes.
All right, ex. So let's talk about this one. This happened on May 13th in Three Rivers. Where did this happen?
The house. We were living together.
Which was where?
242 South Main.
All right. You and Miss Anthony got into some sort of disagreement?
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
She called me, she said she called me by a wrong name. I got mad, hit her with a pillow. She started swinging at me, so I grabbed her and to, calm her down, and she headbutted me a couple times. I let her go, and that was about it.
All right, you hit her with a pillow and then you grabbed her?
Yeah.
I don't have any facts in here. Is that sufficient for you, Abigail?
Yes, Your Honor.
What are you on parole for?
Possession of felony firearm, possession of ammunition, possession of meth.
So you did a 2-year flat sentence?
No, I didn't say I was on parole and I called charges.
All right, well, I'm gonna get some info from your PO before I sentence here. I'm not sure what to do, so let's find a date that works for Mr. Gibson. Paul, are you available on Monday, June 22nd at 10:30? We'll say 11. Does that work for you?
Yes.
Your Honor.
Yes?
So are you ordering a pre-sentence investigation?
No. I'm just going to talk to his parole agent, Mr. Miller, see what his consequences are.
Okay. I think that might actually be appropriate here, a PSI, because the defendant was on parole at the time of the assaults. It seems from what I've gathered between the two police reports that his behavior is becoming more aggressive. So maybe a PSI would shed some more light on that and give us a better idea of what's going on with him.
Well, it's not the kind of case we're going to put him on probation because he's on parole. And these are likely going to result in a return to prison. Perhaps they could give us some insight, but there would be a PSI in the felony case, which I could review and talk to his probation agent. There isn't enough time to do a PSI between now and June 22nd. And I'd like to get this moving, so for his benefit. So it probably is a good idea, but it won't work. And I don't think he's going to be placed on a district court probation. But I would like victim input, police report in both cases. I'm gonna get input from Jed Miller. All right, Mr. Wood, it's time for lunch. Friday is, I think, lobster and prime rib day. His sentence will be here live at the courthouse at 11 o'clock on June 22nd.
Thank you.
All right, you had some friends here waiting all morning for you, Mr. Wood. You're good to go.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Williams, you've been here all damn morning. Come up to the podium and I'll tell you what I know about your case. Linda's throwing stuff around back there. You're